Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today we are going to be simming through Yuki, I forgot his name, Kawamura. I don't know how to say his last name, but we're gonna play through Yuki's career, and we're gonna see if he can win a championship, see where he gets to. Since the Bulls recently just signed him, so I figured why not do a little bit of a career sim for him. Uh, he's 24 years old, 71 overall, but I bumped up to his intangibles and his potential, so that way he will hopefully actually play, because otherwise I don't think he would be playing. So that's why I did that. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to sim his career and see what happens. So this is the first season, and I made sure he was in the roster as a starter, or at least playing, and the game chose to make him a starter, so that worked out pretty well for us. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so for his first game, he only scored 7 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists, which is pretty good for his first game. 1 steal, but he had 4 turnovers, 2 for 3 from the field, made 1 3-pointer, and only made 2 free throws with 6 fouls. He fouled out. That's unfortunate, but he did have a positive plus minus. Also another thing too, guys. Let me show you if I can find it real quick. He has no badges at all. So I hopefully he'll earn some badges throughout the season, but I'm not entirely sure yet, so we're gonna have to find that out once we get through the regular season. All right, at the deadline, as you see, pretty bad record right now. I kind of expected that, considering he is a lower overall than most of the players. So, and he is starting, so it was going to mess with things a bit. But as we can see here, if I can pull it up, he's averaging about 5 points a game, 2 rebounds, 7 or 8 assists, or almost 8 assists, with 1.3 steals per game. He's not doing so great right now. He's also pretty displeased when I was checking earlier. So hopefully we can keep him on the Bulls. I might have to mess with some stuff to keep that from happening. But yeah, after this season, I'm also going to give him a little bit of a boost. I'll do like a wheel spin of some small boost just to help him out a little bit, because I don't want him to just end up being like just a player that kind of just goes nowhere. I want to actually make it a little bit interesting. So, yeah, we're gonna do that after each season. All right, at the end of the season, Victor Wembanyama is the MVP, averaging 26, 13, and 3. Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year with 19 and 8, 4. Josh Giddey, sixth player of the year. He apparently got traded at some point to the Suns, so that's interesting. Victor Wembanyama, defensive player of the year, and then most improved player was Trace Jackson Davis, and then Fletcher Clutch player of the year was Franz Wagner, and then Mark Dagenhalt was the coach of the year, along with executive year being David Fisher. This is your first team. This is your second team, third team, defensive team, second team, all rookie first team, all rookie second team. And obviously the Bulls did not make it even to the play-in, because they only got like 16 wins from when I last checked. Let's look at the standings. Yep, 16 wins on the season. And how did Yuki do? Should still be in the team. Yep. He dropped a few overalls, but yeah, he didn't do great. Hopefully in this upcoming season we can boost him up a little bit. Hopefully, we'll see. Yeah. So we'll list in the playoffs real quick. And the Spurs end up winning it all, going 4-2 against the Pistons. All right, and as we can see, Yuki went up 4 overalls. He's got a B- mid range, D+ rebounding. And I'm going to now go pull up a wheel, and we are going to spin it to give him a little bit of a boost, and hopefully that'll help him out a little bit. Okay. All right, and here's the wheel. I only got a few things. You guys should let me know what I should add onto this wheel for whenever we do any future ones, especially since 2K26 is coming up, and I plan on doing a few more during that time. So just let me know. And in the meantime, we are going to spin the wheel. I don't know why the names are here, but let's hopefully we can get that to switch over. All right, there we go. Got it to finally switch over. And now we will spin the wheel. Okay, and we got +5 to physicals, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. All right, I have given him all those physical updates, and now he is 25 years old, 73 overall, so he went up in overall at least. Still not starting. I checked. He was not in the rotation at all, so I did add him to the rotation. But his physicals are now an A, so at least he'll be a bit more physical and he'll be able to do a bit more. But he's not quite to the point where he's able to really shine, and he has 0 badges still, which is probably going to hit him pretty hard. But we'll see what happens. All right, so Yuki ended up getting traded to Brooklyn before the trade deadline, and this season's stats are a lot worse. He is playing on a team that has a much better point guard, so I mean, I expected him to probably not play as much, but his stats are extremely bad compared to what it was. He has less turnovers, but he's not playing as often. Um, but yeah, only scoring 13 in his uh entire time this season. Let me see if I can do something to kind of fix that a little bit. All right, I adjusted so hopefully he should still get playtime now instead of this being thrown right back into the fray of things. Okay, and Anthony Edwards is your rookie of the year. Cameron Boozer, rookie of the year, or most valuable player, and then rookie of the year. And Isaiah Collier is sixth man. Victor Wembanyama gets defensive player. Conrad Nepal, I don't know. Most improved player. Jalen Brunson, clutch player. Greg Popovich is coach of the year. David Fisher is executive of the year. This is your first team. This is your second team. Third team, defensive first. And the second, first team for rookies, second team for rookies. And if we go ahead and look at the roster and go down to, there he is, to Yuki, you can see he's gone up to a 75 overall, and he started to get to play a bit more, and he's averaging 2, 1, 3, and his stats got much better after he started playing more, for sure. The Brooklyn Nets, I didn't check actually, are in the play-in, so we will simulate the play-in, see what happens. We'll leave rotations. Suns limited, Brooklyn Nets limited. Okay, so we lost the Brooklyn Nets, so that's it for their season. Go on to the next, and I'll show you how much he improves. All right, and it's a not Pacers, Timberwolves versus Knicks playoffs or NBA Finals, and the Knicks are the winners. They are having Jalen Brunson as the Finals MVP, averaging 28, 3, and 6, or 4 and 6, I guess. And now I'm going to go show you the improvements. Yuki's a 74 overall from a 73 because he went up because of boosts from chemistry and stuff like that during the season. So he went 1 overall, and now I'm going to do the wheel spin, so hopefully we can get him a little bit better. All right, and it's another +5 to his physicals. And with those changes, Yuki, I still can't say his last name, but Yuki is now at 75 overall. And now let's get to the full season. Okay, at the trade deadline, Yuki has made a massive leap from last year. He's now averaging 4 points, about almost 2 rebounds, 5 assists, almost a steal a game, with 38% from the field, 35% from 3, 80% from the free throw line, averaging 17 minutes. And overall, he is just doing so much better than last season. Not like so much better, but he is doing a lot better. And the Nets are in the playoffs. They did not need to go into the play this year, so that is good. All right, and our first team that they're going up against is the Hornets, which if we go play a game, we can see they're the team. LaMelo Ball, Jalen Harper, Herbert Jones, Cameron Boozer, and Mark Williams. Realistically, this team will probably beat us, but I'm gonna first real quickly go to game plan, adjust. He's in the lineup, good. Okay. Oh yeah, I should probably show you his averages this season as well. 77 overall. Yeah. So it didn't really change much from the trade deadline. So we'll see what happens the first round, which I'm not expecting much, but we'll see. Yep, they take game 1. Brooklyn takes a game. Brooklyn goes up 2-1. Goes 2-2. Just rotation manually. Okay. Simulate through game. Denver is eliminated. Brooklyn is up 3-2 now. Let's see if they... and... okay. Brooklyn advances to the next round. Okay, nice. Play game. Continue. We're looking at a Jalen Brunson team with Karl-Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Michael Bridges. So this team has not changed much in the last few years. This is another team where I would expect them to lose, but they did just beat that team, so who knows. Yep. New York takes game 1. Brooklyn takes game 2. Brooklyn does not win that one. Houston is eliminated. It's now 3-1. We are now going to simulate the simcast. Simulate game. And so far it's pretty even. Going to the third, fourth. And they actually win it. Okay. Let's go again. Brooklyn takes an early lead. Still holding on to that lead. Are they going to force... Okay, so they force a game 7. That is crazy. Just rotation. Make sure he's still in the lineup. Yep, good. Simulate their game. I accidentally clicked simulate their game. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Brooklyn has managed to actually beat them. That is crazy. And now they have to go against the first seed Miami Heat because they somehow got Shea. I did not know that. They have Trey Johnson, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Bam Adebayo, and Derek Lively. This team is kind of stacked. Yeah, they're a pretty stacked team. All right, simulate game 1. Take game 1. We'll adjust the rotation real quick. Simulate their game. They take. Yeah, it might. This looks like a sweep. Oh no, never mind. It's not a sweep yet. I don't know how this team is actually able to keep up right now, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's 3-1. I'm not convinced that this could go to game 3 or game 7 again, like it did in the last few. I think that it was very impressive that the Nets were able to get this far, but I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, it's not looking like it's gonna go any further. Yep, it's over. Brooklyn Nets are defeated. He go to the NBA Finals against the Jazz. So Gage. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. Anyways, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander versus Cooper Flag in the finals. If I can let me advance, there we go. Thank you. And we'll simulate the round, and it's going to be Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. All right, and it looks like he was traded again, or he was released in free agency, and so he decided to go to the Celtics. He's now 77 overall, and we're going to do the wheel spin to decide how much more he gets boosted up. All right, and it's going to be +1 overall, so I'm just going to boost each stat individually by 1 until he goes up in overall. All right, and then he is now at 70 overall. He also got 3 badges as well. Let me see if I can see specifically what badges he's got now. He's now got Lightning Launch, Post-Up Poet, and Rebound Chaser. Lightning Launch is probably pretty good, and Rebound Chaser is good. Post-Up Poet probably not going to help him out too much, but we'll see how that turns out in the upcoming season. Also, forgot to mention, he is currently starting on this team as of right now. The Celtics missed the playoffs. Oh, no, they did not. I thought they did. They are going to be going up against the Chicago Bulls, which are Yuki's first original team, and he's going to be starting for them, I believe. I'll make sure that this lineup is about as good as it's supposed to get. Yep. This is what it's looking like. I don't know how this team dropped all the way down to 10th seed, but, you know, 2K be hating on the Celtics sometimes, I think. So simulate the play-in. Bulls are eliminated. Nuggets are eliminated. Orlando is eliminated, and Boston will get into the playoffs. and they will be going up against the Raptors, led by Scotty Barnes with Grady Dick, RJ Barrett. All right, let's see how this goes. We'll sit game one. They take the first game. They take the second game. They take the third game. See if it's a sweep. Okay, there we go. I'm fumbling around on the controls right now. And we'll see how this goes. So far, the Celtics, they just lost the lead. And it's looking like it's going to be a sweep here. Yeah, it's a sweep. All right, and the NBA Finals between the Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Cavs will take it in 7, Evan Mobley getting the MVP Finals. All right, and it looks like he stays the same overall in progression, but now we got to do our wheel spin. And it looks like we are going to be doing +5 to his perimeter defense. All right, he did not go up in overall at all from that, and he's going to be the 10th man on the team for the season, it seems. And these are his averages at the trade deadline. From what I'm gathering, this guy, he's simply just not really getting better. He's stagnant even when his overall goes up, he's just very stagnant. And he'll just kind of play worse after one season. He'll have one season of growth, and then he'll just go back to being worse than he was before. See here, he's running at 4.5, and then he goes down to 2.3, goes back up to 4.2. He does have one season where he improves, but then he's back down to 3.6. I think it might be a combination of his height and his lack of badges, honestly. Yeah, lack of badges. He's just kind of a liability, it seems. In 2K. I mean, in real life, he's probably good. He got signed for a reason, but that's just how it is in 2K, I guess. And the team is suffering. They're 18-31 for it. So, it is what it is. And it does not appear the Celtics have made it this year, so I'm just going to skip ahead. And before I go ahead and continue any further, I should probably also show you the stats for the season. These are his stats. He did bump them up from trade deadline, so at least that's something. Utah Jazz winning their NBA championship with Cooper Flag, getting finals MVP. Alright, and he got traded again, and this time he's going back to the Nets, so he's starting to regress a lot. I'm going to give him one more season, and I'm going to give him one more boost. In fact, I'm going to give him everything on the wheel spin, just to see if that does anything. And if he doesn't have anything happen this season, then I think that we'll call the video there, and we'll just see what happens, and so we'll look at his stats and kind of just go over him as a player in this 2K sim. Alright, here are his stats at the trade deadline. Even with the boost I gave him, he is still not doing what I expected. I feel like that might be his tendencies. I think if I do another one of these videos, I'm going to boost up the tendencies overall for this player, or for the player that I'm doing. So that way we actually see him do something. Or maybe I'll add in on the wheel, like a boost tendency, shot tendency by a certain amount, or something like that. Because I think that might be affecting his ability to actually do that. So let me see, because I'm pretty sure we could probably see his tendencies real quick. Shot close tendencies, yeah, shot range shot tendencies. I mean, he has some high tendencies, but a lot of them are at 0. Spot up 3 tendency. Yeah. It's just a lot of lower numbers. Yeah. So I 100% am going to eventually do something about that, I think. Because that is unfortunately kind of affecting his ability to play, I think. And I believe the Brooklyn Nets missed the playoff again, so we'll just sim all the way through. Since there's really nothing to look at here, and since this was the last season, we will also check out, actually, let me check the stats for Yuki real quick. Back to these were his badges. He didn't very got any badges. I should probably add those onto the wheel as well to actually help him to actually be able to, you know, get better. Also, that's such a crazy injury. Had to use a bathroom, and dad wouldn't pull over. That's crazy. That's so crazy. But yeah, here's just his stats. I mean, he's averaging almost 4 points a game his entire career. Yeah, he's averaging 4 points a game in his career, and he's only done like 5, 6 seasons. Yeah, 6 seasons. He stayed stagnant basically in his entire career. The only time it dipped was in Chicago and Brooklyn, and then it went back up to a 4 or 5. So yeah, um, I definitely want to redo this one at some point and maybe adjust it so that way he actually has a chance at being able to actually grow as a player a bit more without, because I had to do a lot of help to even get him to an 84 overall, and even then he would start regressing to 60. But that's okay because I'm gonna ask you guys what your opinion is and what I should do, and if you do think that Yuki was a good two-way contract to pick up for the Chicago Bulls or was kind of an L. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what I should do next. If you want to see a certain player or a certain team, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Have a good one.